what's up you guys, this is MCLegoboy here with 75106 Imperial Assault Carrier. 1,216 pieces of LEGO Star Wars Rebels awesomeness. And I know some of you guys are probably like, oh, it's so boring looking, it's a gray ship. But to be honest, it was one of the most interesting looking ships in all of the first season of Rebels. It really cool, has a neat function, and I really like what's going on here, that the LEGO designer is mixing MIDI scale with minifigures. And so, like, kind of similar to, I mean, you've got your Venator, you've got your Republic frigate, you've got those sorts of ships that are just too big. That, I mean, at minifig scale, they would be the size of, like, an Imperial Star Destroyer that is for the Ultimate Collector series, and, like, 3,000 pieces. Not to brag or anything, but I am. And so here it kind of gives you a sense of scale as to, like, how out of proportion this is, but it's okay because it's more acceptable. Like, we've got 4 of these little TIE fighters in there, and it's going to be awesome. Another reason why I got this, Sabine with a helmet. Like, it's about time. So, and then she changed her hair color, so I don't even know anymore. So we'll... it's too big for my set. So tomorrow morning, after this thing has been built, yeah, we'll do that whole, like, 2 sheets of paper going that way, because yeah, this thing is huge. I mean, if the box is this big, imagine the ship. So anyway, you got some characters up there, and you've got functions everywhere. So yeah, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, let's see, is it 5 and 6 sides, all saying Disney on them. Not, I mean, it's just what happened. I mean, Disney bought Lucasfilm, nothing we can really do about it. I'm not saying that they're doing a bad job at it. I mean, Season 2 of Rebels, like, far superior than Season 1. And I do like that it has a safe home. Like, Lucasfilm has a safe home. Nothing bad necessarily is going to happen, because Disney is Disney and Disney money is Disney money. And we're getting very opinionated now. Let's just build the thing. I'll complain about how the instructions... Actually, the instructions should not be mangled at all, but we'll probably marvel at how many bags are in this set. So, yeah, let's get to that. Look at all the glorious bags. And check it out. Instructions, they're nice and wrapped and flat. I love it. Ooh, I forgot. I need to put my music stand up so I can put these instructions on them. But total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stickers. As far as I'm aware, that's not too bad. And it looks like you can pretty much see all of them on the front of the instructions. There was like one there, there's one. So then, okay, yeah, no, never mind. I'm a liar. Anyway, yeah, cool. And it looks like bag number 1, we're just going to be building a bunch of those little TIE fighters, so I'm excited. So, anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. So it is now morning.
Good morning. Nice of you guys to drop by.
And I stopped building last night at like 12:30 or something like that. And I don't remember when I started, but it was late enough that I was just not going to try and review this later. So anyway, we're going to do something similar to how we did the minifigures of the Ewok Village. I just placed them on here, and so we'll just kind of take them off each at a time and talk about them. So, and we're going to go in order that you make them. So, in bag number 1, we have 2 pilots, and not really all that important. necessarily. I don't know. I mean, they're pilots. They're cool. They're there. Um, okay, so I actually have more pilots because of the microfighter in this set than I do of actual stormtroopers, of which I only have one, and that's from the Ghost. That's pretty disappointing, actually. So anyway, you get two of those guys. Then we get to Agent Callus. Yeah, again, this is that weird, like, Lasat weapon or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, and it looks absolutely nothing like it does in the show, so... Yeah, and to be honest, I absolutely hated Callus for the longest time, and it's not because he was a bad guy and was like a jerk. He just didn't have any charm about him at all. He wasn't like a, uh, Tarkin at all. Like he was just a jerk for being a jerk. It wasn't like he had any sort of appeal to him about himself. So like until season 2, where he was stuck on that weird planet with what's his face, Zeb. Yeah, like literally no character for the longest time. So yeah, comes with 2 different faces. I kind of like this one more because he's always kind of seen kind of smiling. Like he enjoys what he does, but he was just never really an enjoyable character. And you can see that the printing kind of spills onto his head, so he's got 2 little rat tails growing or something like that. I don't know. Oh yeah, and this stupid weapon, whatever. And then we've got, I looked at the box and it just says Imperial Officer. So, yeah. That's cool, I guess. I don't know. I mean, he's just a regular guy. Got some nice little printing on that hat. By the way, first time I've ever gotten one of these hats. And originally I thought that those were smudges, but apparently it's marking. And yeah, alright. And I'm not entirely sure. This may be kind of spoilers. One of the 2 officers that were running around on Lothal the entire time, there was like a fat guy in gray, and then there was this super skinny guy in tan, and then they get killed by the Inquisitor because Tarkin said, kill them because they're stupid. So yeah, and then some back printing, of course. So, but you know, nice to have an officer. But yeah, originally I thought that the stuff on his hat where it was like a smudge. I was like, dude, you're an Imperial officer. Like, shape up. So now we get to Sabine, and glad to finally have her character because I finally have all of the Ghost crew. And then season 2, she got a total redesign. Like, hair is a different color, the arms are covered, like, I think she might even have different colored pants now, so it's like, alright, cool. So,
Spoiler alert!
We'll put the hair on. I am torn because, the hair looks really great in the show, doesn't work so well with a minifig, because then her hair gets really tall, and her hair is, like, very, like squished down to her head, and I guess maybe that's just helmet hair, I don't know, but with the helmet, like, it's the first time we've ever gotten the female version of the helmet, and it's okay. I mean, of course, like, I don't want them to make a new mold for a helmet that doesn't really need to have a new mold, but this line that kind of goes across because it juts out, if you can see that, you can see that. There's, like, this little area, and that's because all the other Mandalorian helmets are the guy's version of a helmet, and so it needs that, and it looks really weird because that's just not how it's supposed to look. And I really like these guns. They are either a redesigned version or they are an original version. I think they are a redesigned version of guns that were introduced back in 2005 with the Lego Batman theme before
it was discontinued, and then a few few years later came back as the DC superheroes line. You got everybody, but yeah, these guns pretty cool. That part right there is not necessarily accurate, but I'm okay with that. So yeah, that's cool. Put that back, and then and literally I was hoping that it had a name, and it doesn't. It is just an Imperial astromech droid. But pretty cool is that he's got a transparent head. And you do see some droids that have these transparent heads. And unfortunately, mine, the printing is way crazy looking. And I don't know how well this translates to screen, but that red line, the red lines on him are not level. Like, you should be able to see there that it's not level at all. I don't know. Because this side is a lot lower. This is more extreme looking. Let's see if you guys can see that. I don't know. I don't know how well it's necessarily translating to screen, but yeah, looks weird. Looks really weird. So with that out of the way, we got 9 bags. We've got more of these things because, you know, you need them. And then also, it's the same type of bag that was given with the ARC Trooper Battle Pack set. We've got 4 of these, the visors, and 4 antennas. 3 are left over of the antennas when you're using one of them for the helmet. I honestly am not quite sure what's going on there, but why do we need so many? Because unless you've got a whole bunch of clone troopers or a whole bunch of Mandalorian helmets laying around, you got nothing to attach those things to. So, and they don't really attach to anything else. I mean, I guess you can find a way to do stuff with them, but then you're like possibly dabbling into illegal connections, and I don't want to go super off topic with that. So yeah, so we'll just kind of get everybody off of there now, and I don't know, do we want to put them inside? Do we not want to put them inside? I'm not going to put them inside. I'll just throw them all off to the side. A different type of side. There you go. So we're at that point now. I've now spent like 8 minutes talking about minifigs. We're going to take a quick break. Hopefully it's a smooth transition, and we'll talk about these TIE fighters. So one of the big draws to me for this set were these little TIE fighters and how they were integrated with the set. And hopefully that this still stands. Yeah, there we go, man. So you build all 4 of these right out the gate, like just immediately, all 4 of them. And they are out of proportion for regular TIE fighters, but these are Rebels TIE fighters, and the Rebels TIE fighters are a little bit more like the Ralph McQuarrie original designs for the TIE fighter, which had a more regular hexagonal design. It wasn't as long. They're either a little shorter or they're a little fatter. I'm trying to remember which, and I think they're a little fatter. But yeah, you just build the same thing 4 times. And I mean, obviously easy enough to hold like that, but because of how these things hook in, you can also hold it there and fly it along. And I don't have any of my transparent pieces with me. I could like hook one on there and like fly it across going, yeah. So yeah, that's my terrible impression of a TIE fighter. It was awful. So anyway, you get all 4 of these guys on there, and what's really cool, there we go, it's not fully attached, is that you've got these TIE fighters on there, and they kind of lock into place. Oh man, that is dangerous. There we go. So yeah, that's what this looks like. And while you're building the entire inside of this wing, you're trying to figure out how are they going to attach these things on there because it looks for the longest time that they're going to be hooked like that. I was like, oh, well, that's stupid because that's not how they are in the show. But you've got this one hole, and you've got an axle, and you've got some Technic going on there. It just slides up, hooks into place, and it's in there. So super cool. I really like it. And then when it's just sitting here like this, it kind of looks a bit like a turtle, kind of like a dinosaur, kind of a space shuttle and a dinosaur like fused together. It's pretty weird. Especially when you've got these TIE fighters on there, because then it's got these legs. So in some ways, if you were to like recolor this thing just light gray, blue, and trans yellow for the windscreens, you would have a David Alexander Smith TIE fighter carrier thing in classic space dino thing. I totally fell apart on my words. So yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. You've seen like those super cool Stegosaurus and Brachiosaurus and T-Rex things. They're just super cool. So yeah. So not much else to talk about. I mean, you've got this handle thing. We can take off this part. It's only attached by this one stud, but it's a pretty neat design. You just build it like that, and then you just place it down. You use these nice little 3-length light gray bars. They go in there, and then they keep you from going in all the way. So that is a nice little neat function. Got these big slope pieces. I guess they're for airplanes, maybe. I don't know. I don't do much with City. But yeah, here, like, you've got this, and it's okay. I feel like it could be better. Just because, like, it seems a little rickety, and also just Technic in general. Anything that an axle goes through, it always cracks on me, so I don't want to end up breaking these things. Because then it's like, it's very disconcerting. It's very sad. So, inside, we've got computer panel there. And I honestly think that there could have been a way for them to build something out right here, just so that the other side also hooked in like this. Just so it was a little more stable. But this entire set is like really rock solid. I mean, just good amount of bricks and snot work just holding this thing together, and some Technic, and yeah, super solid set. So you've got sticker control panel there. In a sticker control panel there, I just launched one of these spring-loaded lasers at me. In a sticker control, so yeah. So that's pretty nice that you've got those things on there. And not too hard putting on a square sticker onto a square piece and getting it aligned pretty well, because then you don't have to worry about, like, is the placing of this going to look weird by a certain angle? No, it works fine because it's just equal spacing all the way around on these stickers. So, yeah. They use these Friends tile pieces where they've got those weird little Friends tile panel things. You guys can see it. It's right there. Yeah, there we go. And it honestly only really works for the mini dolls. It doesn't really work with regular minifigures. So, yeah, having them is nice. They are nice to have. Like, it keeps your minifigure a little stable, but they're still pretty rickety, and I feel like they probably should have included another... What is this on? There we go. Maybe. I don't know, I feel like something's not right. Did one of these things fly off properly? I don't know. Anyway. There we go. Everything's better now. In a sticker control... Whoa! So... But yeah, they're not very stable. I still feel like maybe there should have been a 1x2 plate put in there that hooked into the studs on the butt. Just so that they were a little more sturdy. Really? Why has there got to be a phone call? I don't want to answer the phone. And of course, I answer the phone. I say hello 3 times, and there's just rustling in the background because this annoying person just doesn't want to talk to me, I guess. I don't know. What, you called me first. So, yeah. So anyway, there are 2 clips in here for pistols. Not enough, though, for everybody. There's nowhere to attach... Really? It's super angsty mode right now. Come on, Mom, stop calling me. And next time you call me, answer the phone right away. You called me. So, yeah. So anyway, 2 clips right here. Yes, you can attach these guns. As you can see, guns, they are hooked in. But as I was trying to say earlier, there's nowhere to put whatever the heck this thing is called. I don't even care because it's a stupid weapon. And there's nowhere to put his gun either. Oh, I'm stupid. Why am I... What? No. Just go. Get out of here, you guys.
Just get out of here, you stupid, dumb animal!
Forgot to show you. These things open up. So the minifigs are, like, sitting on hatch doors. But pretty neat. Yeah, you got 2 more stickers you got to put on there. But inside each of these crates are 4 studs for the stud launcher guns that you have in the back. And I will get to them as soon as all these minifigures are now placed back in this in blah blah blah. So yeah. So pretty nice that these panels are where they should be. I found that the astromech goes best back here. And Agent Callus goes best up in front. And I suppose if you really wanted to, I think you could squeeze in Sabine somewhere, but honestly, she should be like on the very top of the ship, like trying to blow it up or like shoot at things. I don't know. So anyway, everybody can fit in there. You got a radar dish right here. It doesn't matter. So as I mentioned before, you had those control panels that were stickers. They were up in front, and they were not that bad looking. We get up to the front of the ship. You've got this pilot sitting in there, and his control panel is well below his feet. Yet there's enough room up here and nothing obscuring it. Like this windscreen, when it comes down, there is still plenty of room inside. Whoa, alright. I just broke this, maybe. Hopefully none of these clips are broken, because if they are, I'm going to be upset. Yeah, like control panels like all the way down here, and he's all the way up here. Like, how are you supposed to hit the buttons, dude? It's like the the standard Lego thing to do is to not put the control panel anywhere accessible for the minifigures to access. Seriously, you could have put another one of these hinge piece things in here. Thrown it right there, put the control panel down, and it would have made more sense, and it still wouldn't have obstructed his view. So, whoa. So yeah, you guys might be able to see inside there. Yeah, there you go. and sticker right there. Again, not too bad. You can just equally space it around in every direction. So yeah, we've got this here, and just storing more of these spring-loaded laser pieces. Not too bad. And it is the same on the other side. And this set is 100% symmetrical except for this one radar dish, which means that it is slightly repetitive in a sticker control. Whoa! But in my opinion, it wasn't bad. It is mirrored repetition, so like you build one side, then you use the exact same pieces you did before. Possibly, if it was a wedge piece or something like that, it's now the other direction, but then you're just building the exact same thing, but everything's facing the other direction. And I don't know, it didn't really bother me all that much. So yeah. And then the only other thing to really talk about when it comes to functions is that you've got these stud launcher things up here, and they move in a full 360 degrees. But you can also just move them from here. There's a little gear system right in the back, and you just twist one of these this engine piece back here, and it moves. So that is pretty cool, in my opinion. So yeah. Oh yeah, totally forgot. There is one more function that's replicated 4 times. Control. Whoa. So you've got all of this going on back here, and then you've got these 2 little buttons on each side, and you can press it. And one will So it's morning again. Yeah, you guys know what happened. And I just couldn't take it anymore. So I was in the middle of trying to show you guys something really cool. So you pick up the ship, and we've got these little buttons back there. And these buttons release the TIE fighters. All individually. Oh, that piece is on the floor. Alright, cool. And if you're low enough to the ground, some of them will land upright, some of them won't. But the way this works is that there's a whole bunch of Technic on the inside of this, and when you press one of the buttons, it will move that thing out of the way. So as you're putting this up in there, of course the wing kind of obscures it. But I mean, oh, hey, you're not supposed to do that. I guess if you really wanted to, you could just yank down as hard as you want on these TIE fighters, but I don't think that's necessarily good for the set. But yeah. So really cool. I like the function a lot. And originally I thought that the TIE fighter was going to be stuck like that underneath, and now it's like this, so it's perfect. I love it. And we should probably actually put these back in here so that this thing, I mean, it still stands just fine without them, but I feel maybe this gives it just a little bit of extra strength because it's on more than just these little pegs. I don't know. And I'm trying to remember if there was anything else that I wanted to show you, and I'm sure that there was. I mean, I guess, oh, here you go. Whoa! missile, or that thing, this thing, yeah, that like shot out at me earlier. It scared me. So yeah, I almost like 20 hours before coming back here to just say for 3 minutes what I probably could have done at a different time yesterday, earlier, easier. I don't know. These words, they're confusing. So, sticker. Not sure why there's a sticker there. Doesn't make any sense at all. So, yeah, really cool set. I do really like it. It's weird, but in a good way. And if I'm remembering properly, and of course I got my computer right here, I could look, but it's going to take a while. But I think it was $130 or maybe even $140, which I didn't think was worth it in terms of how many pieces you get. But with the May 4th promotion, I'm sorry you guys missed it. This was only $100, and I got double VIP points for it. So I was like, I'm gonna get 200 points and get $10 off of this one set in the VIP program. So that definitely helps make it worth it. I love these little TIE fighters. The ship was just super cool in the show anyway because it made sense. Like, TIE fighters can't go into lightspeed on their own. They need to attach to something. And if you can bring this ship in and you've already got 4 TIE fighters, I mean, 4 TIE fighters is already hard enough with, I think it just 2? I'm trying to remember, man. I don't know. I haven't watched a Star Wars movie in a long time except for Episode 7. And there were TIE fighters all over the place there, so just imagine. That, I mean, you've got 4 of these things, and they move really fast, they strike hard, and you gotta make sure that you can kill them or get out of the system as fast as possible. So, yeah. And you get a pretty decent amount of extra pieces. Like, oh, that's what it was. Oh my gosh. Alright, so in terms of pieces, very low on the different types of colors, but you get a lot of multiples of everything. I mean, you get 4 of these big panel pieces if you really want them. You got 4 of them in here. You've got so many of these 1x2 little slope things that are going on right here. You get a fair amount of the 2x2 versions of that slope. You've got a whole bunch of these 1x4 curved slope tile things. I mean, excellent. And the best part is that most of them don't have stickers, except for like these 2 big pieces up front, which again, I'm not quite sure why. I mean, it looks like, is there supposed to be a gray stripe that goes all the way down like that? Because it doesn't. But you don't have to worry about stickers too much in this set. Most of your stickers were put on just this front area, these 2 big pieces, but most of them were all on 2x2 tiles. So, yeah, I can show you the sticker sheet right here, duh, and you've seen the review, because if you're still here, you've watched everything, so why am I talking about stuff that you already know? And, yeah, I mean, just a good set for multiples of the same piece. Now, I wouldn't say, like, go out and get it just for the pieces, because, I mean, then you're probably going to be extremely disappointed that everything is gray. But that seems to be the case with any Star Wars set lately. So anyway, this has been MCLegoboy here with 75106, the Imperial Assault Carrier. See you guys.
Oh, and not that it matters, but minifig in a bag. Done.
in a sticker control. Whoa. That was rough.